Docter has never been a filmmaker to shy away from a challenge. I mean, his last film was an enlightening, profoundly clever kids film about emotions set inside the mind of an 11-year-old girl. I mean, where do you go from there? I bet Pete Docter was like, alright, we personified human emotions, now let's personify the soul, explain where our personalities come from, and while we're at it, let's explain the fabric of reality and the universe all in the same sitting. No biggie. Pete Docter, we do not deserve you. Hey up guys! So today's movie that I'm going to be reviewing is the latest brainchild of visionary director Pete Docter as well as co-director Kemp Powers, Soul, which is the latest Pixar film. Originally this film was supposed to be released in June, however due to COVID it's no longer getting a theatrical distribution. Instead it's going to be landing on Disney Plus on the 25th of December this year. Which, I have to say, is a bit of a shame. I was fortunate enough to see this film on a cinema screen as part of the London Film Festival, and I have to say, it is a film which will be better appreciated on a cinema screen. The concept of the film is so bold and ambitious, and like other Pixar films, it transports you to such imaginative worlds which you want to get lost in, which is so easy to do when you're watching it on a big cinema screen. I mean, the animation alone, the leaps and the new techniques that the Pixar team have used for Soul are astonishing, and I'm just not sure you'd get the same experience watching this at home as you would in a cinema. But regardless of how the film is being distributed, this is still a fantastic film with a profoundly original story which you'll be able to enjoy from the comfort of your own home on Christmas Day. I mean, you'll probably still have to pay $30 to watch it, like certain other Disney films that landed on that platform, but the only difference is between this and that is that this is actually worth paying for. Are you guys excited for Soul? Will you be watching it on Christmas Day? And if you have seen it, let me know what you thought of it in that comment section down below. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want more movie and TV content just like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Soul tells the story of a middle-aged black man called Joe Gardner, voiced by Jamie Foxx. Side note, this is Pixar's first ever black protagonist. And also, the majority of the characters in this film are characters of color. So, woo for progress! Joe is a middle school band teacher in New York, but he's also an aspiring jazz pianist. Joe lands an opportunity to play piano as part of a quartet for legendary saxophone player Dorothea Williams, who's voiced by Angela Bassett. But after his audition, Joe falls down a manhole and his soul leaves his body. Desperate to try and get back to his body before his soul is sent away to the great beyond, Joe teams up with an unborn soul called 22, who's voiced by Tina Fey, and in exchange for her helping him get back to his body, Joe has to help 22 find her spark, which is essentially her passion, her reason for living. And that's all the plot I can give you without spoiling it for you. I adored Soul. It's by far Pixar's most out there film. It blends the cerebral storytelling of Inside Out with the spirituality of Coco. With Soul, Pete Docter and Kemp Powers have made another unique, high concept, beautiful film which both kids and adults will love. That's the great thing about Soul, is that it very much feels like a classic Pixar movie. It's got the cute and adorable characters for the kids. It's got humor that the adults can appreciate. You've got a lovely ooey gooey message at the core, that being don't waste your life on something you're not passionate about. Do something that you love. It's got all those characteristics that you love of a Pixar film, but at the same time, Soul feels like a new direction for Pixar. The animation is more experimental. There's certain set pieces in this which are strikingly different to anything that you've seen in the Pixar canon, like the scene where Joe's soul is falling through the fabric of reality, and it's kind of like if Pixar had done that sequence in Interstellar where Matthew McConaughey is in the Tesseract. It's a little bit trippy, but because this is Pixar, it's like you're tripping on pop rocks or something. Even the Jerry characters, which are like these 2D counselors of the soul world, are unlike anything that you've seen before. It's like Pixar are dipping their toes in some new waters just to test how it feels. And I have to say, I liked it. I would love to see more of this animation from Pixar. The music is also a change of pace for Pixar. In the human world, or Joe's world, it's more orchestral, like classic Disney music, but it's very jazz infused. You might say it's got soul, God kill me, but that's done by Jonathan Batista. And then in the soul world, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross provide a more electronic, ethereal sound. It gives it that spiritual, floaty, lighter than air vibe. And when you combine these two techniques together, the avant-garde animation and music, you get some gorgeous goosebumpy moments, like when Joe is playing the piano in the club and he's in the zone, as they say. That sequence was magical. So yeah, they took some risks with Soul, but I would say they pay off. The voice work is also wonderful. Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey are both terrific. Jamie Foxx is so likable as Joe. He breathes so much life into the character, and nobody does a middle-aged white lady like Tina Fey. When you watch the film, you'll get what I mean by that, but don't worry, it's not a spoiler. I also really love Graham Norton as this spiritual hippie character called Moonwind. He brought so much of his chat show enthusiasm to the role. I thought he was great. I don't really have any negatives, but when it comes to Pixar films, they've developed quite a reputation for making me cry. The film has plenty of uplifting and moving scenes, but I never got to the point of tears. It doesn't reach the emotional high notes of the opening of Up or the ending of Toy Story 3 or Bing Bong's exit from Inside Out. I typically judge a Pixar movie by how much I had an emotional response to it, aka how much did I cry. And sadly, I just didn't cry in this one. I was certainly moved, but I didn't cry. But I could definitely see other people having an emotional response to it. So let's ask those three questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Definitely. This is a very rewatchable Pixar movie. I can't wait to watch it again. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Yes, again. It's a Pixar movie which gives you everything that you could possibly want. Laughs, feels, an ooey gooey message to digest. It's a film that you can get lost in. It's fun for the whole family. It would be such a treat for a family to watch on Christmas Day. So yeah, I recommend it. And question number 3, what score am I gonna give it out of 10? An original, brave, and gorgeous new entry from Pixar, so I'm gonna give Soul an 8 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I would love to hear from you. Have you guys seen Soul? What did you think of it? What score would you give it out of 10? Whatever you guys have to say about this film, be sure to let your voice be heard in that comment section down below. If you did enjoy this video, please do help me out by hitting the thumbs up button, and if you want more movie and TV content just like this, don't forget to click subscribe, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd, all those links are in the video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Carefield, and I'll see you next time.